there's a big decision that you and I need to make today.
Yeah.
And that we've been thinking about for many days leading up to today. Today is the deadline that we have given ourselves that we need to finally make a
Yes.
decision. And when we were talking about it last Friday, so just a couple days ago, you said, are we overthinking this because we're scared at the change and the decision that needs to be made to take action, or are we giving this the appropriate amount of thinking because this is a big decision and it's helpful that we're giving ourselves a deadline and we're not being beers, we're still ultimately going to be doers. And I said, I don't know where the line is of giving things an appropriate amount of time, because that's the biggest element that you and I have learned over the years. When we give ourselves a little bit of time, not a ton of time, but a little bit of time to sit with the decision. We sleep on it. We spend the weekend. We do a couple pro con pros. We list it out maybe, but we can't do it to death. And I think that's where you and I are still being like, is this the right thing to do or the lagging thing to do?
Well, and
So
I
we're
think
overthinking our overthinking.
well, sure, but we won't stew on it. We
No,
will
we
make a
won't.
decision and we will move forward with that decision. And we tend to not be people who regret things, in my
No,
opinion.
no,
We may see consequences of the decisions we make, and we may not always like them, but that doesn't necessarily mean we regret the decision. We just
no.
pivot from wherever place we land. But I'm trying to understand here though, like in my head, I'm thinking about, okay, if I am naturally an action taker who over time developed this thinking bias, and I think at this point, I'm probably still sitting in the thinking bias, but because I know the benefits of taking action, I give
You
myself
do it.
deadlines, I give
Yeah.
myself things. I'm wondering though, if you've always had a bias towards thinking, how can you get out of that rut? Like, not necessarily removing yourself from it, because I do think it adds some superpowers to you, but like, how can you develop habits to take action when those have not previously been there?
You take action.
But that's
I think
that's an
taking action creates
oversimplification.
the habit.
I just feel
And
like
so like
that's
you get to pick where the action is being taken, right? So like
yeah,
Jess's was flossing.
sure,
Yours can be, I'm going to go on a walk every single day. I
sure.
am going to meal prep because that's what's actually helpful. And I've been putting it off. I've been overthinking. I am going to put away the laundry or whatever. And I truly believe that small habits outside of business, where we want that habit to be actually developed, help us make that habit within business
Mhm.
where we actually want it to be developed. As an innate action taker and as an innate doer, my only advice is ever going to be just take action. I'm not saying it's going to be the right action, that it's going to be easy, that you shouldn't have done something different, but I am a firm believer that you learn from literally every single thing that you do, not just about that instance, but about yourself and about what you want and about what you don't want. And literally, the only way to get that information, to get that data in order to do something differently, is to do it.